All right, Jingaree, Crumman Valley, here we are, a bit of CVTV here this afternoon, Friday afternoon, the end of week 5, but we've been back for 3 weeks. I'm here with our 2022 school captains. Here we've got
Ben Williams
and
James Harvey.
And we're here to give you a little bit of an update because the recent announcements are that the easing of restrictions in schools will take place on the 4th of March, which is great news for us because we have held back on some of our early term 1 events in the hope that some visitors would be allowed back on school site. So those easing of restrictions will mean that we can host assemblies and allow some visitors back onto the school grounds. So let's have a look. There's a few key ones. There's lots of bits and pieces happening throughout the term, but there's a few key ones we want to draw your attention to. Ben, what have we got first?
We've got CVSS Leadership Induction.
So we're going to have a special induction ceremony on Monday morning, the 7th of March at 9 a.m. I've been speaking with Afia and she's going to put on some tea and coffee and a few little bits of treats for before and perhaps afterwards, a special little morning tea for some of our senior students and some of the visitors and guests and parents. But we're going to do some student leader presentations, senior shirts. There's also a special presentation for the Year 6s and their buddies on that. So that's going to be on Monday, 7th of March, 9 a.m. Put that one in your diaries. James, what have we got next?
We've got classroom information sessions for parents.
So that is on Wednesday and Thursday, the 9th and 10th of March. So this is where the teachers will open up their classrooms. You'll be able to come in and have a little bit of a sit down in those rooms, have a bit of a look around, meet some of the other parents, meet your child's teacher, go through some of the classroom expectations, what's happening in the rooms. So that will take place. Usually we do that early in term 1, but as we've said, we've held that back. Teachers and in the newsletter will be a timetable. We've tried to separate, so if you've got siblings or multiple children, your sessions will hopefully be separated. So some of you will have Wednesday the 9th, some of you have Thursday the 10th. So just stay tuned for what session and which child's teacher will be running those sessions at different times. Thanks, James. Ben, what do we got next?
We've got a after-school meet and greet.
Excellent. So this is an exciting one. The PCYC is coming on board. Sorry, not PCYC. YMCA. YMCA is coming on board this year to do after school and before school care, and they're going to support us with this meet and greet. They've kindly offered to host this meet and greet on the Oval. So 3 o'clock, they're going to bring in some games. They're going to bring in some staff. If you're someone who's interested in the after school and before school program, you'll be able to meet some of the staff and meet the coordinator. They're also going to put on a free sausage sizzle for all children. So even if you're not interested in that YMCA service, then you can come down, enjoy some games, get to know the community, particularly some of our new families. Please come on down. A good opportunity to meet one another. And if you're an existing family, come down and say hello and meet some of those new families. So we're going to try and reach out as much to the community as possible. We might get Steve down with some tennis rackets and, as I said, the YMCA with a few games and the free sausage sizzle, and the PNC will operate the tuck shop with maybe some coffee and tea and whatnot. So it should be a really good afternoon. So Thursday, the 17th of March at 3 p.m. All right, there's lots of other bits and pieces, but the last one we wanted to just touch base on, James?
The CVS cross country.
So we got cross country. We did plan for this at the end of this term, but the wet weather means that we might have to push it back to early term 2. So it's either going to take place at the end of this term or early term 2, but we just wanted to say that will be happening. Wet weather is just going to determine when that will take place, but we do want everyone out there practicing, going for a jog, having a bit of a run. Every student will participate in that one, and again, with the amount of weeds around, we're still finalising a track for that course, but it will go ahead maybe towards the end of this term depending on weather, but definitely before early term 2. Boys, you've had a great start to the year.
Yep. Yes.
And you've just met your prep buddies. You've been assigned to prep buddies. You've just come from a buddy session. They going well, the new students?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Crumman Valley. Bye for now, and we'll see you soon.